Hey, Yetis, this is Nick and Jack from the Best One Yet podcast. Now, the last company we worked at, they used Paylocity and everything just worked. It wasn't until launching our own media business, this show, that we realized how rare that is.
Because Paylocity is one delicious burrito of operational needs. They roll up HR, finance, and IT seamlessly into one delicious bite.
When everything wraps together like that all at once, your workforce, your tech stack, your business, you don't need more tools. You don't even need cilantro.
You need one solution.
And that is why Paylocity built a single platform to connect HR, finance, and IT with AI-driven insights and automated workflows that simplify the complex and power what's next.
Or as we call it, a delicious operational burrito.
Yes, we do. Experience a one place for all your HCM needs, besties.
So start now at paylocity.com/one.
Paylocity.com/ONE.
Hannah, I just Venmo'd you for dinner.
Obsessed. I'm spending it right now on the lip gloss that's been sitting in my cart.
What do you mean spending it right now?
You can instantly spend your balance with the Venmo debit card or when you pay with Venmo at checkout.
Stop. Say more.
More exactly. The more you do with Venmo, the more you get, like earning up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash. Get the Venmo debit card or check out online. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Venmo checkout not available at all merchants. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Are your ad campaigns lighting up the dashboard, but not the pipeline? That's bullspend, and marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
My boss asked for results, so I opened my dashboard for the only positive-sounding metric I had, impressions.
Cut the bullspend. See revenue, not just reach. LinkedIn delivers the highest return on ad spend of major ad networks. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tech Magic, the podcast where we talk about technology, spatial computing, AI, space technology, and everything in between. I'm your host, Cathy Hackl, and I'm joined today by our usual friend of Tech Magic, ADM, Adam Davis-McGee. Adam, how you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good. I finally get to hang out with you.
I know. We've never actually done just you and me, right?
No, we haven't. This is the first.
This is so true. This is the first time. So I actually just saw you last week in Long Beach. We were with Lee. We were together with Lee.
Yeah. Was that the first time the podcast has been recorded live?
First time ever.
That was cool. That was cool. I'm glad to be a part of that. How was your AWE? How was your week?
It was great. It was great. I was coming in from Chile and flew back to DC for a night and then flew to Long Beach for a day and a half, then back, then to New York. And now guess what? I have 3 weeks. 3 whole weeks of no travel.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah. So
you. Meanwhile, I literally get on a red eye tonight with both of my girls and fly to Minnesota. And mom gets solo time, but dad is on double.
Oh, dad's going to be a red eye with 2 little ones. Ooh, you got to tell us how that goes.
Yeah, but I did have a good AWE. It was fun. So that was.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing? I do want to tell folks that are listening to this, we are going to have an episode that we recorded there live with content there. So we're not going to spoil everything about AWE. We will have a longer episode next week, recorded live from there. But yeah, tell folks more about your AWE. And by the way, AWE stands for Augmented World Expo. It really is the biggest XR show that there is. So it feels like summer camp.
Yeah. I'll, without kind of getting too into the spoilers of our episode of some of my personal highlights, but in addition to checking out the exhibit floor and, connecting with a bunch of great people, I got to throw and co-host an AWE wrap party right behind the Long Beach Convention Center on a yacht.
On a yacht, of all places. That's so poshy.
Because I like to take care of my people. I want to show up for our community. It's our way of saying thank you. It was myself, our Collimation team, and we had support from Arbor XR and some delicious local restaurants that were in the building, some Caribbean bites, Taste of the Caribbean, shout out to you. And yeah, it was the way that I think it was the best way for me to do it, to just be a resource, provide a space as everyone is done. Their brains are packed full of all this amazing information and networking and exhaustion. You just want to provide a really relaxing vibe for people to unwind and close out and do their final connections and reflections. We're better than on the water. Right.
Absolutely. I mean, I missed it because I had to fly out, but
yes,
you would like, I know. I wanted to be there with you guys so bad and having fun on a yacht of all places. Actually, I will say a lot of people that are listening to this might be on a yacht because they might be in Cannes. They might be in Cannes right now for Cannes Lions, the Festival of Creativity.
Very true. Very true. I would gladly swap out.
Yeah, I didn't go this year. I just had way too much travel, too many things going on. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting news coming out of Cannes on the different awards. Lots of conversations in the obviously in the advertising and marketing industry around AI. I don't think they're talking so much about spatial AI and like agentic to physical. I think a lot of conversations still around large language models and generative AI. So we'll have to see what comes from there.
We did get some exciting news about Roblox Wicked taking home the Roblox Wicked experience, taking home an award, which I think they were pitted against like Sony, PlayStation.
Yeah, and it was a Tribeca. It was at the Tribeca film.
Oh, was that
Tribeca Awards? Yeah.
Tribeca. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to Sawhorse, who we're going to have on the podcast soon again. And yeah, I mean, I love seeing all these film festivals, all these conferences, whether it is Cannes Lions, whether it's Tribeca, whether it is Sundance, or wherever it is, or Venice Film Festival, or, you know, some of the awards that the 100 Club and all these other ones that I'm a judge in, kind of recognizing gaming, immersiveness. Like many of them have been doing it for years, but it's exciting. It's really exciting to kind of...
Wait, real quick though, going back, how was Chile? Like, was there any exciting...
Oh my goodness.
From there, like anything?
Yeah, so I was at Singularity University Chile Summit, organized by my friend Barbara Silva, who's an amazing woman. And yeah, I think some of the highlights there was just a group of people I was with. They were all experts in their field. So Jay Abalou, who's an expert in cybersecurity, Raymond McCall, who's an expert in longevity. I could go on and on. Just amazing folks back and forth. And one of the cool highlights that I have from that is they had a humanoid robot called Ria, who my friend Mark, actually, he's the one that was there with her, and he was fantastic. I actually got to interview Ria about love and dating.
Oh, okay.
So I have pretty soon, you're going to see, like I said, a lot of content, and I've got like an interview with a humanoid robot about love and dating. So check it out, y'all. I mean, that's coming soon.
I can't.
I would say that's a highlight. That's a highlight of the conference. And then we went to the Atacama Desert, one of the best places for stargazing, just beyond belief. I can't believe this place exists in the physical world. It's amazing.
Oh, that's gorgeous. So jealous. So jealous.
So it was fun. It was fun. But I think for AWE, what I want to talk about, and we are going to talk about this a little bit in the podcast where we recorded live, but one of the big announcements, one of the big presences that was there was Palmer Luckey, who is the founder of Oculus, right? And then left Meta in not a great breakup kind of situation, and then created Anduril. He's the founder of Anduril as well. And now he has partnered back up again with Meta, with Mark Zuckerberg, for something called Eagle Eye, which is going to create headsets, like extended reality headsets for the military.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy, right? Because everyone's like, what do you mean you guys are back? So
yeah. Was the climate in the room as he's talking about this military solution, was it a little tense? You know, were people excited? Like, what was the climate? What was the temperature check in the room?
It's interesting, right? Because there's so much stuff happening, right? In the US and worldwide, really, with warfare, let's call it in some ways, and violence and all these sorts of things. I might have expected some boos, maybe, from people, but no, everyone, like, it was pretty packed. Yeah, it was pretty packed. I didn't hear anyone kind of booing or anything. When he did talk about defending America and American innovation, several people like piped up and clapped. I was sitting next to someone who's kind of like someone that's been talking a lot about Chinese AI innovation, US AI innovation, and the need for collaboration rather than fighting each other or, competing with each other. So it was interesting. I mean, I think people were really there because Palmer was the founder of Oculus.
Right.
I don't think they were there for Anduril. They were there more because he was the founder of Oculus. And without really Oculus being acquired by Meta and taken to the next step, I don't think we would be where we are today with XR. So yeah, it was interesting. He talked about Eagle Eye and how through the technology he has at Anduril and the technology that Meta has access to from an optics perspective and a hardware perspective, what he promised was the world's most advanced XR device without, I wouldn't say it's like with no care for cost, because there is a care for cost, but the government doesn't have to build a $300 consumer product. They can actually build something much more expensive with a crazy field of view, crazy optics. So we'll have to see. So that was really interesting to kind of see him, because he had announced the device last year at AWE and then now came back and, this big news with Meta. Other Meta news that are not AWE related, but other Meta news are that the Meta AI app some of the folks have been using the Meta AI app to create posts or things, and they thought they were private and they were actually being posted. So, oops, oops, I guess.
Oops.
Yeah, it was an oopsie kind of thing. I would say I actually noticed it in my Meta AI app. So as I'm doing my date for AI men experiment, one of them is Meta, right? So I'll go in the app and I'll scroll, and I saw some pictures by, let's say, I don't remember the username, some name Johnny whatever, and he had some pretty steamy AI created images that I am sure he probably was not wanting to post publicly. I don't know Johnny whoever, but I am sure that he probably was creating those for his consumption, not for public sharing. So yeah, it's interesting to see kind of how this is all progressing, and people are like creating things but not realizing that maybe they are being published and becoming public.
We got to get that private mode for AI.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will work.
Yeah. Well, and some of these AIs, I tell you. So I'll be talking more in the next episode and episodes to follow this experiment I'm doing of dating for AI men that I created in different platforms with different prompts. And I'm actually already I'm wrapping up this experiment. I'm about to break up with them. But I know, sorry, Chad. Chad is ChatGPT. But I think next step is going to be doing some different experiments with AI. So we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be quite interesting.
I tell you where some of the biggest privacy intersections will come is with the Ray-Bans. I mean, smart glasses in general, but what they're going to see, what they're going to capture, what they're going to listen to in the voice conversations, all of those things. Hopefully there will be no slip-ups for people with their shades on vacation and during their honeymoons.
There's going to be so many slip-ups. ADM, I can't even. I think marriages and relationships are going to be tested.
I think you can live stream on the new Meta glasses to Instagram, which there was a whole.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So, I haven't heard any crazy stories of accidental live streams happening, but I'm sure that they're to come. They're to come.
It'll be interesting. We'll have to see what happens. So that's definitely news. Let's talk now. Let's see. There's a lot of other things. I want to talk about this one since we are talking about government related things. Okay. And it is a House bill that has been introduced to address AI security vulnerabilities to safeguard American innovation. It is called the Advanced AI Security Readiness Act. It is a bipartisan initiative, which makes me quite happy to hear there is some bipartisan work here when it comes to AI, right? This would direct the National Security Agency, the NSA's AI Security Center, to create an AI security playbook that will provide national security agencies with information about potential vulnerabilities when it comes to AI data centers, AI developers, identifying AI models, training methods, all these sorts of things related to cybersecurity and AI. I'm just happy to see things like this developing in a bipartisan way, because I truly do believe AI should be a bipartisan kind of issue.
Absolutely. I mean, there's also, hopefully, this will lead to more inclusive global collaboration as well. Now that we're tag teaming it on the home front and being able to collaborate here in the Capitol. But the questions that I kind of just come up with, that come to mind are definitely how the government will really start to hold companies accountable. And if we're going to continue to see AI tools just be able to be pushed out with a lack of accountability, and what that'll start to look like. Because we've seen it done in Europe, but how much are we really going to start putting up those guardrails? Or is this just going to look good on paper?
Well, hopefully there's real action. I feel like there's some state level legislations that might be coming into play. I mean, who knows? It's still so messy right now. So we'll have to see. But I want to double down on something you mentioned, right? Which is you talked about, the glasses and potentially how that's really going to be a gray area between private and public, right? And, who's going to control what people can put in front of their eyes, what people can hear. This is interesting for two reasons. And one of them is that, during Apple's WWDC, they announced liquid glass, which is actually something that through some of the work that they did with Vision Pro came about. I mean, it's more than just the Vision Pro work, but there was a really interesting article in TechCrunch that said Apple's liquid glass design is paving the way for AR glasses. It's a visual overhaul that gives us a glimpse into the design of Apple's rumored AR glasses. I wholeheartedly believe this article is correct. You know what? As soon as they heard liquid glass and they kept talking about spatial scenes and spatial experiences, I was like, they're priming the market. And I said this to other folks. I said, they are priming the market for spatial computers, spatial devices, the spatial web. So it's about to get really interesting in the sense that I don't think many people are thinking about what it means when you truly start to have spatial devices that understand the physical space you live in, the context, the movements you do. Like, I don't think people are grasping the magnitude of what that is.
Definitely not.
It's going to be great, right? I think it's going to be very beneficial, but there will be other things that won't be that great when it comes to privacy.
100%. Yeah, I mean, the whole conversation around digital space, I mean, air, like, the
Virtual air rights. Yeah, virtual air.
rights. Yeah, stuff like that. I think that's like so far in the back of people's minds at the moment because they're so distracted by AI. But what is actually unfolding as we enter into a spatialized world and in a 3D space is exactly that. And yeah, I am curious too. I also have questions, but at least I have a few role models to look towards for the right solutions.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. It'll be really interesting to see kind of how this develops. In that same note, I think it's interesting that they're relaunching the design. They're using liquid glass with Apple. I'm a huge Formula One fan. I am. I just went to Miami for the F1 Grand Prix, and me and my brother and my dad have been fans forever. I've been a fan. They're bigger fans than I am, but I check in with them every weekend on like who's winning the race, how's it going. If I can't watch it, they'll be filling me in. So McLaren, which is the team I support, didn't do that great in Canada. But oh well, we'll come back. But one cool thing that Apple did is they're launching a movie with Brad Pitt. It's Brad Pitt with a Formula One movie. He actually got in the cars. He raced with the guys. Like I'm sure that like the drivers were like, "Why is Brad Pitt here?" But
did he really do his own driving? Did he really?
He did some. I mean, he's no Tom Cruise. He's no Tom Cruise. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right. But the cool thing is that before releasing the movie, Apple TV released a haptic trailer. So if you have an iPhone, you can go to the haptic trailer and it'll actually use this haptic technology. And I'm like, that is one of the other pieces of creating these spatial scenes and spatial environments where you can actually feel the tech.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So
I mean,
it all started to kind of merge for me. I was like, yes.
That did come across when I opened up the App Store, I saw they were promoting it and I was literally pushing the button for it and something distracted me. I got distracted. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to try the F1 haptic trailer. And haptics, just going all the way back to AWE, that is a space that we are seeing more and more people getting into, from gloves to vests to even smells. I mean, just as a sensorial tool. But yeah, I am very excited to see how haptics starts to enhance, these spatial conversations, and especially from an accessibility lens, being able to feel and communicate through various forms of haptics. But yeah, this trailer it seems like it was a successful rollout. I mean, that they're getting in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, well, the movie's coming out pretty soon. It might be out. No, it won't be out by the time this goes live. So it'll come out a couple of days later. But definitely, if you have an iPhone, like a newer iPhone, definitely go to Apple TV and feel the trailer. It's really cool to feel the trailer. It's an F1 thing. And yeah, I would definitely suggest you enjoy the haptics on that.
Yeah, without question, tremendous ROI, psychological impact is going to create definitely people will get more excited about the film and literally, figuratively get into the driver's seat.
Yeah, literally. And that's funny. So we're going to break soon. But one thing that when I was at the race in Miami, the Grand Prix, I kept thinking about what jobs will be replaced by AI. Right. And someone could say an F1 driver. But there is a certain element. They actually had tried something called robo racing or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but someone that is a big F1 fan that was there as well had a conversation with them. And they told me it's been tried before where there were these like autonomous cars, but they would crash and there was no emotion because people watch F1, yes, for the cars and how fast they go. But there's this drama between the teams and the two members of each team and then the drivers. And like, you don't want anything bad to happen, right? There is a certain element there of risk. Right. You watch it because it is humans behind the wheel.
Right. Putting their lives at risk.
Yeah. Literally putting their lives at risk. And I was thinking, this is the type of thing that I don't see being replaced by AI, at least for a while, because it doesn't feel exciting.
Right.
Like, would I feel excited if they're robocars and they crash into I feel bad for the equipment.
Yeah, of course. But no.
But it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Right?
You're definitely connected to your drivers. And I mean, it's a sport. You're connected to the athletes, and that just can't be replaced by a robot. It's not unlike an Uber driver or a ride share. you're not invested in that particular sense. Man, yeah, no way. No way.
No way, right? I feel like that's anything that's like live entertainment where it's got to be human, like where it's the beauty of human sportsmanship, the beauty of human competition, the beauty of human creativity when it comes to like singing, dancing. Like there's certain things that, yes, you might add robots to it, but it has to be human to truly like engage you and be like, I want to be a part of this. I want to root for this person or this team. I feel like that is something that will not leave us, at least not for a couple, at least not for a while. So
it will be interesting to see how, certain AI tools get adopted for just the mathematics and the engineering of sports like that, of how the car is going to move, what track they're on, because each track obviously has its unique kind of design and challenges. So across sports, whether it's golf, F1, whatever, just how these tools start to get adopted and how we'll see, again, enhancing the human performance, not replacing the human performance.
Absolutely. So let's go on break and then we'll come back. I want to talk about some AI dating news because I always find that interesting. And then I do want to talk about Snap and Spectacles at AWE because they were the darlings of the show. So let's go on break.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them. That's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This message is brought to you by Warner Brothers Discovery Advertising. And this is more than an ad. This is an invitation to be part of the stories the world can't stop watching, to connect with moments that dominate the conversation, to participate in culture, not just advertise around it. With the most sought-after IP, passionate audiences, and an advanced AI-powered foundation, WBD advertising transforms attention into influence and impressions into outcomes. This is innovation. This is impact. This is opportunity. This is Warner Brothers Discovery Advertising. Visit advertising.wbd.com to learn more.
The pressure to have a summer worth posting about is real. So is financial stress, social exhaustion, and the anxiety that sneaks in right when things are supposed to feel good. Grow Therapy can help with that. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. They connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0, depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/ACAST today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/ACAST. growtherapy.com/ACAST. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Hannah, I just Venmo'd you for dinner.
Obsessed. I'm spending it right now on the lip gloss that's been sitting in my cart.
What do you mean spending it right now?
You can instantly spend your balance with the Venmo debit card or when you pay with Venmo at checkout.
Stop. Say more.
More exactly. The more you do with Venmo, the more you get, like earning up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash. Get the Venmo debit card or check out online. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Venmo checkout not available at all merchants. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
All right. So now that we're back from break, literally as we're recording this, Sam Wolf, my friend Samantha Wolf, who recorded the episode on AI dating in the future relationships with me for the pod, literally sends me this. It's from Wired. It says, get this. An experimental new dating site matches singles based on their browser histories. Ooh, that just sounds, oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah. An app developer wrote on X about browser dating. Super weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a safe thing because I don't know if people should match by browser history. That's kind of scary.
You could be peeling back the authentic layers.
True. You would definitely know what certain people are into. But anyway, ... I'm not going to go further down that line. But it'll be interesting. I was like, gulp. I don't know if that's the right thing. You know, they would definitely know what you want to buy, what you like buying for sure.
How do you get the browsing data into the app? Like, is it that they send a bot in there into your...
I have no idea. It's an AI thing, so I need to figure that out. But that being said, isn't like our search history is changing as we speak. We're now going, at least myself, and I'm sure you and most of the people that listen to this are going to AI platforms, to large language models to do their searches.
Yeah.
So then, you know, how is that going to work in an AI-driven world where we move away from traditional searches?
Right. I mean, well, there's still definitely going to be, you know, the clicks or wherever you're going out of South, you know, to leave that search result. But yeah, the dynamic is definitely getting more dynamic and more in depth, you know, when you're using Perplexity or whatever else to search. But yeah, using it for dating. Wow. Did not see.
I don't know about that one. I'm like concerned. I'm very concerned. Very concerned about this AI.
Would you do it? Would you set up?
I would go in and play with it. You know me. Like, I'm literally dating 4 AIs right now, and I'm about to do a lot more of these experiments. So I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll match me with another crazy person out there. I don't know.
I would try it just to see what it gleans from my search history and how that translates to a partner.
This is your match. Wouldn't it be funny if it tells you, I did not find any human that matches you. You must date an AI. Well, that's like,
my gosh.
Ouch.
I guess that would be par for the course, I guess.
It could be. I mean, maybe that's part of their services. It's like, sorry, psych, no human.
Yeah.
Did an AI. But I want to talk about Snap and Spectacles at AWE. We also talk about this in the live show, but they were like all over AWE. Yeah. I mean, the biggest, I was blown away by their exhibitor area. Beautiful. They had spectacles everywhere. They had a big partnership with Niantic. I mean, literally, they were the darlings of the show. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. They totally were. I mean, I only got to experience the Snap snacks that they had because the schedule was so crazy. And I've tried the spectacles, but like, I didn't get to do the demo that I wanted to try because there's always a line, but it was the basketball hoop, which I got to find out what exactly that.
Yeah. Did you not do it?
I wasn't able to do it.
I didn't. It's not my thing. I'm kind of tiny. Basketball has never been my forte. I like watching it, but playing it,
I gotta look up some recaps from other folks to see, you know, what that experience was, and you know, some of the other use cases. But yeah, they had such a footprint, you know, such a presence this year. They're going hard. They want to definitely continue to keep their name in the conversation for smart glasses.
Absolutely. And one of the big news was Evan Spiegel was one of the keynotes. So their CEO, a billionaire, was one of the keynotes, and he talked about bringing consumer glasses in 2026. Because spectacles right now, as the specs as they currently are, they're for developers.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, bringing consumer glasses in 2026. So let's see what happens. I mean, it's interesting. Maybe they become an even more attractive acquisition target for bigger companies. Who knows?
Do you see them kind of leaning into like a more niche demographic, like younger ages, like kind of how, you know, the Snap platform was initially adopted? Yeah. Do you think that they go after that kind of more creative types, or like, I don't know. Do you have any predictions for that as they go?
I think lifestyle. I think they're going to hit lifestyle hard. Okay. Right? Creative, like the creator economy, and then anything lifestyle that is going to require what spectacles can bring. I think that's all going to be part of their push. We'll have to see. I mean, they have a giant user base that loves the platform. The younger, like my kids are all Gen Alpha. My oldest one is the only one that has access to social. And I would say that a lot of things happen on Snap for them. Like the analogy that I use is that when I was in high school, if you were interested in someone, like if a boy was interested in me, he would write a little note on a piece of paper, he would fold it and then pass it down the desks. That's how I would be like, oh, hey, right? But now people snap each other. These kids snap each other. There's no like passing of the little paper. The passing of the little paper is on snaps. Yeah. So they do have a growing user base that is starting to become older, that's starting to date, that's starting to have more disposable income. So I truly do believe that as they mature, they will mature with the platform. Hence why I think this is a very smart move for Snap.
Yeah, 100%. It'll still be the preferred platform. for the gen. Yeah.
And they have tons of opportunities to continue growing internationally as well. So we'll have to see. I think we'll have to see how they're doing. But congratulations to Snap, my friend Resh Sidhu, who's part of the team there, and everything that they're doing. So that is exciting. Let's see what else. Oh, Muppets. Some Muppets. Who doesn't love the Muppets? You know, we all watch.
Yes.
We all grew up watching the Muppets. Well, maybe many of us.
I definitely
Muppets.
did. I definitely.
Yeah. My kids who are young still know who the Muppets are. They're like, okay, Kermit. Yeah. But it says here, let me read this for a second. Jim Henson's company may release Muppet Vision 3D in virtual reality. So they are considering bringing Muppet Vision 3D to the world of virtual reality. That's according to a Disney fan site. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Kermit and Miss Piggy in VR. That could be fun.
Definitely not. It's all in how, like, what is the experience? How is it rolled out? I'm surprised it's taken us this long to get Muppet Vision, honestly.
Muppet Vision. Immersive Muppet experiences. So we'll have to see. So
the Jim Henson Company, for those that may not be really familiar, has always been a company of innovation and storytelling at their core. So it's one of those portals where, like, you think you might know what you're getting, but there could be so much more once you really go down it. So they're based here in Los Angeles. We love the Jim Henson Company, and the blending of, physical and digital could also be a space that we see.
I agree with you. I think they're master storytellers, right? At bringing the fictional to life. So, whether it was puppetry mastery that they very, very well did, to now bringing that into VR, I think it's exciting to see them merge those two.
Yeah. They've brought some of these experiences to Disney parks, Muppet Vision, different things like that. Obviously opportunity here is for them to live across all of these platforms, all of the physical, headsets, the Snaps, the Apple Vision Pros, like everywhere. Yeah. They can bring Muppet Vision everywhere. So that's definitely a smart move in a time where all of these folks are looking for content and going to be looking for more stories.
Yeah. I want to talk about something at AWE that just popped into my mind as we talk about Jim Henson, the Jim Henson Company, was Debbie Lou Bex from ILMxLAB. She had a fantastic keynote on going from storytelling to story living, which is something that all of us, like, if you're in the industry, you've said this at some point, right? And it was explaining how they themselves, as Lucasfilms has been approaching the move into story living, how they're starting to embrace more immersive formats, continue to embrace, because they've always embraced them. But yeah, I was really excited to see kind of their vision and how they organize the components of how they see story living kind of evolving and changing. So yeah, it was a really interesting keynote about the vision and the transition from more of that passive recipient audience to an audience that actually lives the story.
Yeah. Look at Star Wars. Look at Disney, look at Star Wars. I mean, ILM, that's all the backbone and all the fam. And again, masterful storytellers. That's one keynote that I really, really, really was bummed that I missed. Again, schedules. It just was insane for me. But I'm sure there's some highlights and takeaways. Do they have the keynotes for AWE available afterwards? I think people...
Yeah. They put them on YouTube eventually. So definitely I recommend that. That's a good one to watch whenever they do have that live.
That's going to be one of the first ones to watch. Because story living.
Story living.
Is that going to be the new buzzword after story?
It's been I think for us in the industry, it's been for a while.
Story living.
Like I've said it a million times, from storytelling to story living to story doing.
And story making. Yeah.
Story making, yeah. So
such a great speaker.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's what we got today. And by the way, we forgot to mention why Lee wasn't here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So sorry, Lee, if you're listening. But Lee partied up. Lee partied a little too much at AWE. No, not really. No, but he got sick on the way back and he is recovering from being ill. So yeah.
Feel better.
Feel better, Lee. Thanks. Get better soon. So I wish you a lot of luck on that red eye with two little ones, ADM.
Thank you.
Yeah. May the force be with you.
Thank you. For real.
Because that's challenging.
No, we're going to get through it. We've done it before, but excited to get back home for a little bit for the summer and, be back here and join you all with some new stories, some new thoughts and segments.
Absolutely. And Lee and I will be taking a break the month of August. So in the month of August, we'll have some different content available for you, and just wanted to kind of prep our audience for that because we need a vacation as well. So we're taking the month of August off. But everyone, thank you so much for listening to Tech Magic. Come for the tech, stay for the magic. As usual, thank you to Adweek and to all our listeners for being here. So thank you.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them, that's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This message comes from Jackson. Taxes aren't something you can only think about once a year. With investments, planning for tax day is year-round. Fortunately, Jackson offers tax-efficient products. Visit jackson.com for more information on how our products can make your tax bill a little bit less painful. Jackson is short for Jackson Financial Incorporated, Jackson National Life Insurance Company, Lansing, Michigan, and Jackson National Life Insurance Company of New York, Purchase, New York.
Hannah, I just Venmo'd you for dinner.
Obsessed. I'm spending it right now on the lip gloss that's been sitting in my cart.
What do you mean spending it right now?
You can instantly spend your balance with the Venmo debit card or when you pay with Venmo at checkout.
Stop. Say more.
More exactly. The more you do with Venmo, the more you get, like earning up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash. Get the Venmo debit card or check out online. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Venmo checkout not available at all merchants. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.